This film was fantastic. Iron Claw is the film I'm talking about. Here is my review. I'm not even going to waste time with this. Story is simple. It's about a famous wrestling family, and you see their trials and tribulations in what happens from the start up in regards to their father building up in the wrestling industry to then having his children, them going through the wrestling industry, but there are certain events that happen to the family in regards to success and downfalls within the family. Events that show that are great. It depicts the family perfectly. The brothers, fantastic. I believed that they were brothers. I believed that they had love for each other. You saw that off screen. But then when it came to the upset and anguish and the sad moments in this film, the moments are really sad. One after another, after another, after another. It just builds. And it's so sad from all the characters, to the dad, how he feels, to the mom, how she feels, to the brothers feeling, and again, eventually the older brother, Kerry, who's played by Zac Efron. He's obviously the lone survivor, but the way he has to deal with each brother going, and him being the last one standing, it is so sad. But as well as the sadness that is in this movie, there are other great moments. Like I mentioned about the whole brother love situation, the love within Kerry and Zac Efron's character, Kerry Von Erich, and how he was portrayed and how he eventually got to wrestling, got to where he wanted to get to, and really wanted a family and just to be there for his kids, and realizing that, and realizing that it's not all about just wrestling, and it's not all about just bringing home a belt. It's about family and being with family, just like the way he was when he was with his brothers, and just so good. Like I can't recommend this film enough. It's so good. And this is not even just from the perspective of being a wrestling fan. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, it's a really good watch. So good. Storytelling is phenomenal. My only discrepancies about the film, I would say, certain characters, Ric Flair, terrible. The Fabulous Freebirds, terrible. Those characters, whoever casted them, they was not good. They were like just they were like not playing the character or being the character, but they were like, it was like amateur hour of the characters. Like, you could have hired better people to be there. But the film, apart from those things, did not have any other discrepancies. But favourite bit I do have to say about the film was a time when one of the brothers ended up dying. I can't remember his name, but I think it's David. And David ends up passing, and obviously other brothers have passed. And it shows him dying, but also transitioning into heaven and meeting his other brothers and stuff like that, and then being together again as brothers. And even though it's in the afterlife of the way it's depicted, it's really touching. It's a very touching moment, because that's the one thing that they all had in common and they loved, was being with their brothers. And it's so important from a message point of view of family. No pun intended for Fast and Furious, but really it's all about family. But that depiction and that visual, I loved it. I loved it. It was touching. Did not shed no tear, but it was touching. And I can't recommend this film any more than that. Fantastic. Blu-ray DVD worthy, 100%. I'm definitely going to have it in my collection, but I did enjoy this film. But guys, if you've seen it by now, or you haven't, and you're just catching on my review, you let me know. Was it a good film for you? Was it not? Comment down your thoughts below. Let's talk about it. And I'll see you next time, guys. Later.